Hello. And welcome. Previously on Ouchcast.
Ah, my balls! No, not really. No.
That's pretty accurate, though.
Right?
I would believe.
Squad.
Which episode?
And then Enrique saying something bullshitty. So, welcome to the show, everybody. Guys, we're back.
And then promptly being cut off by Angel.
Shut up. So, Doyle, how are you?
Hey, Squid Squad, what's up? Friendly daily reminder: if you are the kind of guy that takes your girl to the clinic, get there before the line gets long.
If you're happy and you know it, gonorrhea.
Is it that season? Like, is it gonorrhea season or what? I mean, are we warning the world or what?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I didn't know we moved past herpes. I thought that was forever.
If you got it, clap. George?
This just in, 7-day forecast calls for light red pepper skin. Light red pepper skin. And a sight of drizzling pus.
No.
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to be sick.
He does know. He knows. He says, oh, I know. Oh, wait. No, he didn't.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
No, it feels good to be back. Sorry about the last episode of the clip show.
I apologize for nothing.
Okay, fair enough.
For nothing.
What you guys been up to?
Living life. Got a child that's running around, becoming more and more defiant by the day.
Wait till they're teenagers. Trust me. You're gonna want to
believe
send them
me,
back where they came from.
I was like, oh my God, if she's like this right now.
I've got two special cases, and then a teenager that's just.
But you know what? It's like, I always would listen to people when they're all like, oh my God, they do this, they do that, complain up and down. And then all of a sudden they're all like, oh, but when they smile, blah, blah, blah. And I'm all like, oh, you people are freaking idiots. But dude, like that little girl does freaking come and she freaking.
You just smile, you're like, okay, whatever. You murdered somebody. It's okay.
I told you not to do that, but damn it, come here.
Yeah, give me a hug. Yeah, same here. Doyle, what's up with you?
I got this awesome shirt off the internet.
It's adorable.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Let me
How do you
Yeah.
let me take a picture of that.
How do you not know?
Put it on the
His
freaking
name plastered across
thing.
his chest.
I didn't see it. I was still asleep. There you go. Got it.
You know, usually your hair would be in the way so I could see, but you have no excuse.
Well,
Yeah, baldy.
You're as bald as Mr. Bigglesworth.
You look like Krillin with a beard.
I shaved my head. Hey, I've got a nose, dude. That's insulting. I have a nose.
But you look like a monk.
Otherwise, cool. I know. You know,
He
I love
joined the Buddhist cult.
I love it.
A booty coat.
That's next. Babe, we'll talk. No, dude, I have a lot of hairs, and I got tired of it, and I always wanted to have a shaved head, so I shaved it. I mean, there's fuzz coming back now, but I like it. I don't think my wife does. She's like, it looks good, but she's like, if it was up to me, you'd have long hair. She wants me to grow my hair out in a ponytail, and I'm like, it's too much fucking work. All that greasy hair, and
You gotta wake up in the morning.
I'm just
do
too old
something
for
with
it. Yeah, yeah.
You just want to get up out of bed and then go do something.
I don't have to comb my hair. I just fucking dude. I went to Target the other day, and I posted it on my Instagram story. Enrique probably saw it. There was a shampoo by Papatui or something, Bababui. I don't know what the fuck it is. And there's a hair shampoo that's out for men, like like one of those luxury shampoos that is made by, or at least sponsored by, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I'm looking at it, and I posted a picture. I'm like, shampoo, and then they have a picture of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and I'm like, for that head. And then I posted a picture of myself bald, like going like, shampoo by The Rock. Like, what the fuck? It's just it doesn't make no sense to me. I thought it was just me though.
That's like celibacy sold by Bill Cosby. I'm not buying that. Well, you keep yourself pure. No, Cosby.
None of that.
You just take this.
I ain't taking no pills from Bill Cosby. I don't care how pure it's gonna make me.
What about a pudding pop?
Nope, not anymore.
They don't make pudding pops anymore, huh?
With good reason.
Dang, they were good.
He probably, you know what it is? He probably went to one of those executive meetings and made drinks for everybody in the room, and they were like, "That's it, we're good. We're gonna distance ourselves away from this."
They're just in a lot of hemorrhoid cream now. change careers. Oh man. Enrique, why so quiet? Are you going on a flight again?
That's messed up.
No, it was a good episode, though.
I would understand if you would like to beat him in the closet quietly.
Why in the closet?
Next time on Closet Beaters.
Oh, my balls! What's up?
I'm still waking up.
Yeah, it is early. Yeah. We're a little rusty.
I mean, something's wrong when I'm the first one here.
No, something's wrong when I'm the first one here.
Oh no, that's very wrong.
No, I was out at a bar last night. I didn't
Shocker.
get home till like 3. No, it is.
What bar
I
did you go
usually
to?
go home on Friday nights, dude. I'm home usually.
What bar did you go to?
It's this place called the Regal Inn over in
Oh, the Regal Beagle.
Cerritos. Or
That's right.
Lakewood. Yeah, it was cool. There was like some rockabilly and some psychobilly bands. It was fucking loud. And
Yeah.
most of them were trash, but there were 2 that were pretty good.
Going back to your outings, I actually want to talk about something that I'm very jealous about. B motherfucking 52s. You went to the concert.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Yeah, last weekend I went to Vegas and watched B-52s. Dude, they were phenomenal. You should go. Tickets are not that expensive for the show. And dude, like every seat in the house is amazing. That the Venetian Theater is awesome. And like,
How much are the tickets?
About $54. You can get some pretty good.
That's a lot of money. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and, I mean, day trip out to Vegas, take the wife. You should go, dude.
Yeah, but then the kids, and then have to get them dinner, and then all that. It's not as simple as being
Eating
just
out
us.
there is expensive. This is true.
Yeah, so for me, like an outing to anywhere, like to local McDonald's, for me, for my family, it's like $70 just to McDonald's. Imagine that same group of people in Vegas.
Kids, guess what you ain't getting?
Eat in California because you're in Vegas.
Pack lunch. Take a. Ice
I'll
cooler
make you a
full of-
burger better than McDonald's. A burger better than McDonald's? I understand, Eddie Murphy. You were a genius.
Genius! National treasure?
What'd you need eggs for?
Remember the PJs?
Yes.
I love the PJs.
Yeah.
They should do more PJs.
You know why they don't?
Why?
It's politically incorrect.
So fucking what?
Yeah.
Fucking this generation, the
bunch of
fucking alpha
snowflakes.
generation, piece of motherfucking son of a bitches.
You know what though? Eventually, because they're numb to everything. Right now we're in a generation where everyone cares too much. Eventually, we will get to a point where they won't care about nothing. And there's good and bad in it. The good is that they won't be so sensitive to everything. The bad is that they'll let anything on TV.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, right now it's kind of bad. Like, I feel like this generation right now, or at least this society right now, is a 5-second attention span. So there's outreach, and then there's like it goes away. Then there's new outreach, and then everyone forgets about the last outrage, and nothing gets done. Is it just me?
Yeah, it's outrage to be outraged, but not to.
I'm outraged at the outrage of the outrage.
Not to accomplish any change.
It's virtual signaling. They're not actually actively looking for a real solution. They're just basically complaining about stuff.
Yeah.
And they're looking for
Me, I'm complaining about this, so I'm high and mighty.
yeah, and then they but like, okay, here's the problem. I'm just going to take a hot topic. Palestine, right? We're for Palestine.
Yes.
And then you start arguing to make a valid point. Okay, you're for Palestine, but what is your solution? Because if you take the Jews out, then you're just as bad as like the Nazis, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, but I'm still for Palestine. Like it doesn't. You're not really helping here.
I'm gonna throw myself out there, and I'm gonna be like the super villain that everyone's gonna hate now. But my solution is destroy the whole area. Like get rid of, like push everyone out and just destroy all of Jerusalem and all the Holy Land. Just vanish it. No man's land.
Well,
No, that's my solution. You can't. It's kind of the King Solomon thing. Like cut the baby in half.
yeah.
Mine is like fucking salty earth. Like you guys can't share it. Fuck you then.
You can't share it. Yeah, but then we got to deal with where
why-
people go.
I don't fucking care.
They're gonna want to come here. You know what that means? Imagine all
Send them
those.
to Montana.
They're already coming. You know what I'm saying? There's
Send them-
already a lot of refugees.
Send them to Montana.
I don't think there's
Come on, a Palestinian with a cowboy hat. I'm game.
that. You know what? I just want to see that. Just
Yeah,
for the
just for
sake
that.
of seeing that. That'd
Just
be great.
for that. Yeah. A
There's a
Jew
lot
with
of
the curls, with the curls and the fucking cowboy fucking belt. Yeah, come on, dude.
You know what? I was gonna say something, but I
Oy
think
vey.
it's
Cowboy?
Get the racist button ready.
I
Imagine
don't have that
you
one.
know there's a bunch of snakes in Montana, and you have like what are the swamis over there?
Oh my god.
But those are Indians. Yeah, those are red dot Indians, not Palestinians. So.
I thought that was a sniper bullet.
Wow.
Thing. Sorry.
Wow, you hit the button again.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. Not off the hook. All right, so
This episode's not airing.
this episode has been canceled by Palestine.
The more you know. Dee-dee-dee.
But speaking
but
of
yeah,
all
like-
these red hot topic issues and the diversity in Jews, let's go to my favorite Jew, Magneto.
It's a transition. No, that was actually
That's
kind of
true.
perfect.
He's
That is
a Jew.
perfect. He's a Holocaust Jew.
Yeah.
To top it off. Wait a minute. Explain something to me. So he was a kid in the Holocaust, right?
Yes,
And he's a buff man in '97.
I just saw this.
yes.
How?
I could explain it to you.
His
Okay.
mutant genes.
Billie Jean. No,
Mutant
okay.
genes is
Not my cover. Go ahead. Go. What is it?
It was. Right now, I'm drawing a blank. As
Oh,
far
that's
as,
great
As
interest.
far as the villain was, because obviously X-Men is littered with a bunch of villains.
Not Sinister, because I know
No.
he does a lot of genetics.
But basically, Magneto was, for all the shit that he was doing, was taken. A creation that he created called Alpha, and this guy had a bunch of freaking ridiculous powers. But long story short, is when Xavier opened his mind to think for himself, because basically he was a puppet for Magneto. And then
I mean, Onslaught?
No,
Oh.
Alpha.
Alpha.
And then when he starts, all right. Then when he starts thinking for himself, he sees Magneto basically was in the wrong. He took Magneto and I forgot who else, but basically turned them into infants. And then Moira McTaggart took care of Magneto. She took the infants and basically watched over them, because obviously, like, they're infants without parents. And Magneto's parents are dead. And
But he don't remember none of that. He remembers just the Holocaust. Okay.
Eventually, the high evolutionary brings him back to his adulthood, but not where he was. He brings him back to peak prime adult. And so,
And that is why I
But
stopped
the-
following comics.
So the simpler answer though is like in the 90s, he would have been like 63.
Yeah.
So the age matches. He would be above 63-year-old man, because he was. Let's just say that he's like 10 years old when everything happened. That's in
Okay.
1942, right?
Okay.
That's when World War II happened. And I mean, most of the Jews were being corralled between 1940 and 1943. And I think the peak of it was in 42. So let's just say he's 10 years old. So 10 years old, 42, 52, 62, 72, 82, 92. So in 1992, he would have been 50 years old,
Okay.
or 60 years old,
And
because
then
you
yeah.
add 10 years old to that. So he'd have been 60. So in 2003, he would be 70. So that's kind of how that worked.
All right.
Something like that.
math.
I don't know what that
the
is.
universal language.
I don't know what that is at all. Well, it's still stupid. There, I said it. But have you guys been watching the X-Men 97?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't
is.
watch the episode when it first debuted. I think I started watching it like 2 weeks later.
I did too. We talked about it on the air. I didn't have time. Mm-hmm. And I really didn't care. I was like, okay, I'll
At
watch
the
it
moment, I was like half in, half out. Like, they're gonna fuck it up. I don't know if I want to watch it, because that was such a big part of my childhood that I didn't want to see it
Facts.
trashed.
later. Yeah.
And so I waited,
Preach.
and then started watching it. Said, "Fuck it," you know what? I'm such a fan that I have to fucking see this. So I went ahead and watched it, and surprisingly, like, it was pretty good. They didn't. It
But
wasn't totally like
Message.
messaged out.
Yeah.
But
Nailed it.
you could see it. You could see it, but it's not like forced in your face.
Well, like, a couple of things I want to point out from the last time we talked about it on the air. Enrique's right. It was always part of the whole
Yes.
situation. One, two. Another thing that you had mentioned is like, oh, the new voice actors. Well, technically, it's most of the old voice actors are on here. It's the same Rogue, same Logan, Wolverine. With some exceptions.
She's
Charles
phoning
Xavier's
it
new.
in, because I was the one who complained about
Yeah.
Rogue's voice in the last
You
one.
did, but I honestly, have been listening to her, and I mean,
It's not bad.
It got better.
Storm is the same Storm.
It got
Probably
better.
just had
Only
to
in the
warm up.
first episode did I have some issues with the way that I heard the voices come off, but like since then it's
Some
much
of the
better.
dialogue, those cheesy 90s. I love it.
It's not
Yeah,
Magneto though.
97.
Like, it's not fucking.
Oh no, he
voice
died.
actor, right?
He died.
Yeah, I
it's
was
not
like-
Charles.
he was
Charles and
60
Magneto.
something.
Yeah, he was 60 something. 97. So he's dead. Point Enrique.
Hey, why are you guys laughing?
Because Point Enrique. Math.
We're not laughing at the man's death.
Oh, we're not. Oh, shut up now.
Not all of us are.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah, no. It's the same actors in a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And then one of them is like, I think, is it Charles? It's Ross. What's his name? Ross Mark. Gabriel from Walking Dead. Remember that guy?
No.
Gabriel.
Guy with the curly hair. I think his character was gay in it.
Wasn't it the black guy?
Was it?
That's
Gabriel?
racist.
That's Gabriel, or
No,
the black preacher.
What you mean? Black?
No, was that the? I don't remember. Dude. I haven't seen this in years, but no. I forget his name, but one of the guys who came on later on and was part of the crew for a while. It turns out
The
that
fool that lost his hand.
no. He had like kind of like wavy curly hair. I think the character was gay. I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I mean, that's who I'm talking about.
Did he lose his hand? Because I don't know. I didn't follow after.
Well, he
I-
ended up getting a freaking log.
after
dropped on
Negan, I was like, I'm checking out because they changed the comic book so much. I was like, not interested anymore.
I
And they
laugh
dragged
right
it
now
on
because
so
you
long.
were talking about like comic accurate Walking Dead, but you were still like, I'm over the freaking comic books when I was explaining Magneto's origin.
Yeah. Well, that's mainstream comics. There's a lot of non-mainstream stuff that are pretty good, but like Invincible and stuff like that. But by the way, have you been watching? You watched it? Fucking amazing.
Yeah. I watched Invincible like as it came out. It's a great show. It's really good. It's
I
one of the-
forgot it came out, and then I caught up and I like binged it. And I was like, God damn, this show.
Yeah, it's one of the better.
Did you see the nod to The Walking Dead in it too?
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And although when they started saying brains, and I was like,
And that was a bit much, but yeah.
I
I'll let it go.
started. I
I did
haven't.
that on purpose just to remove any like doubt that or rather to add doubt that there was the Walking Dead world. But
Yeah, but it was.
Since you've seen both, because I haven't watched Invincible yet, I was waiting on the whole thing because I wanted to binge watch it in one sitting. I prefer watching certain things like that now because I don't like to be like part of the issue with X-Men 97 is that it's a weekly release.
Yeah, I don't
And-
like weekly releases.
I don't either. Only for the reason.
You guys are spoiled.
No.
No, it's
Here's
just
what it is.
time-wise.
Not that, George. The reason I don't like the weekly release anymore is because I don't like being left on a cliffhanger. I don't like open loops because I feel like they're manipulating my emotions. They leave me on a cliffhanger, and at the end of the cliffhanger, you're like, well, what the happens? Stop playing with me. And then you want to know, but they drag stuff out. And that's what I got over it after The Walking Dead. You know, like... What's gonna happen? Get to it.
Well, it's
And
'cause they kept dragging it on and on. The Walking Dead, it was so bad. Like I
Yeah.
was a hardcore fan. I had the whole graphic novels and everything. I was like obsessed. I don't want to be like, oh, I knew it first, but I remember I used to have conversations with my sister telling her this would make a great TV series. You don't even have to show the zombies in every episode. You can have them in the background. It's more about the drama. And then they made certain switches, like the changes, like the twins were not in it. The twins' mom, Sophia's mom, and all that, they were not in it. They were like did a lot of little changes, but I was okay with it when Frank Darabont was on board. I think the storytelling was great. Then it happened. It became a huge success, bigger than they anticipated. So AMC started milking it and dragging shit on and adding shit that is like putting notes and all that, and doing all that crap.
Yeah.
So what happened to me is I was still faithful in watching it until when they captured Negan, and then I'm like, I can't watch this anymore.
yeah, I stopped watching after Negan.
Yeah, when the whole capture of Negan, I was like, okay,
I would before that. It was too long for me. It was like how long they were breaking down the character of Rick and their whole group. Like they really depowered their group. Like I mean, up until that point, there was a lot of it was kind of a power fantasy of a small group of survivors. Really doing learning how to survive in a tough time. And like while there was a lot of tragedy within it, when the Negan episode started coming in, it was all about breaking down Rick and the whole like this is a dictatorship or Ricktatorship as they were calling it. So I just kind of I don't know. It was too difficult to watch every week. That group be like smacked down by Negan. It wasn't interesting.
1,000,000%.
But okay, so you were talking about binging and how you prefer that, but right now there's this kind of pushback against binging. One of the examples was Fallout, the series Fallout. It was such a great show. It was a great show.
I finished it yesterday.
I haven't had a chance. I'm spacing it out. I've watched only one episode, but binging. I'm all for it.
So it was a great show, but the problem is that because you put out all the episodes in one day, everybody gets excited about it for a week. Show gets great, and then it disappears. And when you do like a weekly model, you get to build conversations about it weekly. You get to build fandoms around it weekly, and before you know it, like a month and a half in, once you get to that final episode, because it's being released on a weekly basis, the fandom has gotten so large, the people talking about it has gotten so large that it becomes more of a zeitgeist, and people start talking about it. Because the show Fallout was a huge hit for Amazon. People were talking about it, but it's gone now, and everyone's not going to think about it until next year when another one comes out, if it comes out next year. Because that show's huge.
Yeah.
Probably going to take 2 years before it comes out again.
Yeah.
So I think that binge watching is great, because for me, like, I get to watch it in one night, and that's awesome. But at the same time, as a fan, I kind of want something to permeate, like, the culture.
You brought up a really good point I never thought about. That is a very, very valid point. But with my short attention span, I'm still like, I want it all now. Like, I don't like having to wait. So what happens is, there is that hole where it's like you shoot your load and then you get that remorse afterwards. But there's some shows that come out weekly that I don't watch because I'm waiting for all of them to build up. But then what happens is I can't go on the internet because there's spoilers all around.
Precisely. That's another reason why, like, we're in a weird era. Like, because if you do a weekly release and say I miss an episode, then everyone's talking about it and they ruin stuff for you. And sometimes half of the surprise or half of the enjoyment is in the surprises. When no one has ruined something for you, the enjoyment level of it can be a lot higher, which is why I've completely stayed away from the internet. Like, I've gotten off of like any kind of like behind the scenes, let's talk about what's going to happen in the new movie. Like, I basically stay away from all of that, because without that mystery of like what's going to happen, I feel like I don't enjoy things as much. And so on one note, binge watching allows you to indulge in everything without having spoilers. But on another note, it's like you said, Enrique, like, it's just there and gone. But part of it is we have too much content. We have crap coming out, and we know it's crap. We see it, and we just think that it's crap. And yet, for some reason, I'm looking at you, Deadpool. It bothers me, because, like, when you know it's bad, and you still have to watch it because that's the new content that's going to come out. It's like you were saying, like, we don't get a chance to talk about it, and I think, like, with weekly releases, if they do to us what they did with The Walking Dead, you get burnt out on waiting, like I did, because that's when I stopped watching stuff weekly, because I was into The Walking Dead, basically checked out when you guys said.
Let me ask you a question though. Like, using The Walking Dead as a good example, when did you get burnt out? Was it the first season, second season, third season? What season?
Negan.
Okay, see, so we're talking about like about 8 seasons.
Yeah.
So for 8
9,
seasons,
isn't
I think the Negans one started around
Actually,
8th season.
Now that I think about it, it was The Walking Dead and Supernatural. The two of those burned me out.
Oh, yeah. Same with Supernatural.
Two very different shows, because Walking Dead on one hand is telling you an ongoing story, where Supernatural was like, creature of the week.
Yeah, creature
although
of the week.
they got better about it later seasons, as I understand it, because I have to admit that it's a show that I didn't fully watch because it was very difficult to watch the first season. It's really boring.
Yeah.
I mean, they're setting up a lot of lore and everything, but it's still like that was difficult. But I hear that the show gets great.
It does get great.
By third season, fourth season.
I stopped on season 9 or 10, not because I got bored of it. It's just that I didn't have access to it at the time. So I was always like, put a pin on that. I'll be back to it.
Yeah.
And then when the what was the name of the showrunner left? I know the style changed. Yes, please. The style changed, and I was like, okay, but I still enjoyed it.
Right.
Excuse me while I have some candy.
My point on this is that that up into whatever season you burnt out, you were in for the ride, and so every week you were waiting for that episode. Remember all the fever pitch that show would develop. I mean, The Walking Dead was a phenomenon. and people were talking about it week after week after week. Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? Oh, I can't believe this happened. And so, that sort of kind of anticipation is pretty amazing. And it's something that you can't get when you binge something. I mean, you could for a while. People were excited, but I think that what happens with binging is also people get greedy. What they want is they want it now, they want to see it, and then they want to forget about it, which is what happens. And a lot of great Netflix shows, people forgotten about them. Yep. I mean, you can probably name maybe one or two out of the 50, 60 episodes, shows that Netflix has had that have been like really phenomenal. There's probably like maybe one or two that are like Stranger Things was one of those. Like that first season was amazing and everybody binged it and watched it and it did stick around. But let's be honest, I mean, it would be different if it was like on a weekly model. People would be building up to it. I think that like for Mandalorian on Disney Plus, that was followed on a weekly model. Do you guys remember when Luke Skywalker came out? Remember the conversation around that? Yeah. Amazing. So I think that when you have something that's on a weekly basis,
those reaction videos,
it's pretty awesome, dude.
People crying. What the fuck?
Everyone has their emotions. Whatever. Point though is that I think that you have something when you anticipate something. I hate waiting. By the way,
by the way, hold on. Let me interject. That means Enrique cried. That scene.
I did not cry, but I was very excited.
I'm not gonna lie, X-Men '97 kind of got me a couple times. I was like, "You sons of..."
Oh, episode 5.
Yeah.
No, it was like
the name's Gambit. Remember it.
Yeah, that was a great way.
No spoilers.
Crisis on Infinite Earths on the CW was fucking amazing.
See it.
I did. I was in for that ride. I watched it week after week, and when that one episode, I don't know how they kept it quiet in this day and age, but when they had the two Flashes meet on that for the movie, that was fucking beautiful.
I did see that clip. But
I ran into the other room looking for my brother because I wanted to like talk to somebody about it, because that's my reaction. Same thing with Luke Skywalker. Right? I was sitting in my room watching, late night, and yeah. So, anyways, I'm watching, and all of a sudden I'm like, no, what? No, pause. Oh my God. Hey, Jose Luis, did you see this? Did you see this? And like, dude, I was like fucking excited. It was great. But again, it's like weekly shit, man. That's some good shit.
So okay, so you're more into the weekly release thing.
I'm for it, but at the same time, I mean, who doesn't like binging? I like when I have everything in one shot. Like Avatar, The Last Airbender on Netflix was something I just I watched quickly.
Yeah, me too.
Loved it. But that's a show that nobody's talking about now, even though it was fucking great.
Yep. Vast improvement on the fucking movie.
Well, for sure. I mean, it was a low bar to begin with, though, right?
Hey, we don't talk about the movie.
No, we do in comparison to a good shit. We do. You need the comparison.
You just made me have bile in my mouth.
Well, I'm so sorry that you don't like having intelligent discussions about shit. Fuck you for that.
Like the casting, the casting, I'm up. Like, it's kind of like Like I really love some of the casting.
Get the button ready.
I really not for most of the casting.
For what? Casting on what?
For me, I think.
No, which show are you?
The show or the movie?
The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that's where you lost me.
The show.
Yeah.
Who's casting?
I think the casting's wonderful.
I think it's
current
perfect.
casting is amazing. Which one do you like?
I think everybody in the casting was good. I think my biggest
say it, you racist.
Racist? No. I think my biggest gripe. No. Boomy? No.
The Boomy was awesome.
I think my biggest gripe was what's her face? Azula, Ty Lee, and May.
Disagree.
I think they're gonna grow. I think those characters are gonna grow.
Okay, bro, relax. Put it in your pants.
No, I don't mean that kind of grow.
You're gonna grow.
I'm not talking about that.
Cochino.
I'm talking about I think their characters. There's gonna be some there's a reason
I'm not
why
talking about character development.
Okay.
No, he's talking about how they. No, I disagree.
I'm talking about appearance.
I think they're great.
Ozai, fucking great.
Okay.
Like Aang, great. Uncle Iroh, great.
Amazing.
Friggin', but
although I want him to
when you see freaking May, I think that was the one that was really the most like. You've got this freaking tall, like slender, freaking.
Oh yeah. That is
short
different.
and plump.
That's sexist.
Okay, so you're fat shaming. Got it.
Dude, honestly,
I'm just saying.
I think she looks great.
I think she looks great, dude.
The character.
I'm looking at a picture of her now.
I have to be Trumpster.
She looks great.
Okay, speaking of casting,
I mean, guys, look, okay. So this is the actress May, right? Who's playing her in the show, okay? And then that's the character.
I think it looks good.
Other than getting Aubrey Plaza to do her in real life, which would have been bad because he's not Asian.
Yeah.
No, she's great.
You said Aubrey Plaza?
Yeah, she's the one who did the voice for. Yeah, she did the voice for the character. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure she did. Let me find out.
He's got to be right.
Speaking of casting, how do you guys feel about Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine one last time?
I love it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. It's actually Cricket Lee. It was a voice actor named Cricket Lee. Sorry about that. Yep. I know that Aubrey Plaza did the voice for a character in Korra.
I don't give a fuck.
I do.
Keisha.
Fucking Aubrey Plaza's hot. She makes me grow, bro. You want some growth? Show me something with Aubrey Plaza.
Okay, Ozempic. Okay, so
Don't fucking hate me because I'm beautiful, bitch.
no, she wasn't in Korra. So was Dave Faustino. He was in it as Bud Bundy was one of the main ones.
Yeah.
I love Korra. Did you know that they're on Fortnite?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear the Avatar stuff's pretty great.
Yeah.
On that.
Oh yeah, it's
one I heard.
freaking amazing. But anyway, but
Again, you're that you play Fortnite. You fucking
I
loser.
play Fortnite. I still do. I played it on Thursday last.
Trash.
I love it.
Trash.
Love it. What game do you play?
I'm playing Helldivers.
I know. I've seen it on Instagram. I don't
It's
even know what the fuck
amazing.
that game is about.
You know why?
What's that game about?
Dude, four players drop into a war zone, and it's basically Starship Troopers. You're just
That sounds
mowing
amazing.
down like freaking Tyranids, like the wave after wave.
I'll shut up because that sounds
And it's
amazing.
all co-op, dude. It's
That sounds
amazing.
like- can you
It's a beautiful
customize the
thing.
characters?
You just you can do loadout
The armor.
stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
get them, but it's not like Fortnite. It's not.
No,
it's
I
not
don't-
like over. You just pick one armor,
Yeah, that's what I
one
mean.
helmet. That's it.
That's what I mean.
Simple.
That's what I mean. Just
Yeah,
that's
it's
all- that's all I
simple.
want.
And that's
Sounds
what
like a date
Can
night.
you get different armor?
One helmet,
weapons?
one
Yes.
armor.
Yes, and so here's the thing about the game is that it's simple.
If I get it,
Yes.
what do you recommend? Xbox or
Well, it's
or
only
PlayStation 5?
It's only on PlayStation 5
Oh,
and,
then I'll get
and
it.
the PC.
Okay, then I'll
and
get
yes,
it.
if you get it, I will play with you all the time. That fucking game is amazing.
Whoa.
I'll go get it today.
I think
I play that every day. Get home.
I'll go get it today, and then we'll go online. I gotta get a
Every
headset,
day,
too.
every day that I get home from work, I play for about an hour. It's a great game. It's
Yeah,
fun. It's easy.
I'll play it.
Like literally, sit down. 5 minutes later, you're in a game. Whereas like Call of Duty, like you're in a freaking lobby, and then you're trying to,
Call of Duty. You know, I play the new one, Modern Warfare 3. You know, who I just bought on there Cheech and Chong.
That's
sold.
the problem.
I'm sold.
No, but you know what?
Ralph.
That game, Modern Warfare 3, lost its way, dude. Nothing has been as perfect for Call of Duty since Black Ops 2.
What you mean, black?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing as good as that game, Black Ops 2. But Modern Warfare 3, I still enjoy. But
Fun fact: my buddy Lewis, he's a car salesman over. I'm not gonna say where at, but he's a car salesman, and he sold.
unless they sponsor us,
He sold a a truck to the guy who the game developer who did the Black Ops games.
oh really?
Yeah, and he left Treyarch though recently about 8 months ago to start a company of his own and some different IP. But he's the guy responsible for Black Ops 1, 2, 3.
The good
some
ones,
of the better ones. Yeah,
the good ones. That's awesome.
Goes in there and says, "I want that truck because that's how much money they make."
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Fuck.
fucking crazy with those pay-to-play games.
Fucking dick. Speaking of money, go to Ouchcast.com and buy a T-shirt.
Give us some.
Give us some money.
rich, bitch.
No, I will check out Helldiver.
You should.
I definitely will. Right now, I'm playing Fortnite, like I said, Modern Warfare 3, but it's Lego Fortnite is what I'm playing mostly. And then the thing I've been getting a lot into,
He's a builder.
yeah, and I'm getting into the Oculus Quest. I will not call it Meta Quest. The Oculus Quest 2. I've been getting into that. There's some great games coming out for that thing. I gotta get the Oculus Quest 3 or the Meta Quest 3. I gotta get that.
You think that's going to be the future? Is GTA 6
GTA 6 is awesome.
on the Quest?
I don't think it's gonna be the Quest. It's not strong enough, dude. It's
I
not strong
mean,
enough.
but if you develop it that way,
You know what'd be great on the Quest? As chinky as it is, Minecraft, but with like better graphics.
you know, it would be
actual
better than
graphics.
that.
What?
Doom.
Oh yeah, Doom would be amazing on that. Those kind of games would be amazing.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem.
I've been waiting. It's the evolution of the first person shooter.
Yeah.
The next evolution is the Quest or the VR.
I can't wait to actually have like hologram rooms, you know, like the holodeck in Star Trek. That'd be badass, man. Because some of those games, like I've been playing, have you guys, well, you have a VR. Have you played The Climb, Enrique?
No, but I think I found a new fetish. Sorry, what are you talking about?
Circle back. Circle back. What's your new fetish?
Like a circle.
There's this trend on Instagram of people like women showing off clothes they dress. That's nothing new, but all the videos always have them starting in their leggings or and then putting on the clothes. And they do that because like assholes like me are going to click on the video to watch it.
Dude, that's disgusting. Where?
No, it's not.
Where? Show me. Send me a link.
Dude, just open up Instagram. It's everywhere.
Send me a link.
It's everyone.
Dude.
Everyone.
Dude, everyone. No, you know what the problem is? You keep sending me those videos.
That's great.
And my algorithm is...
I know. That's on bird. That's why. I've been sending Angel these dude, like
They are the
heinous
best.
shit, dude, but it's funny. So
They
his
are
whole
the
algorithm's all
best
fucked up
fucking
because of it.
video. I love it though. It's like it's so perverse that I love it. It's like stuff that I wish that I could do on the air and stuff. Like it's just oh my god, it's so good.
Man, right now, like the subculture of humor, like people there's like PC culture, and then there's like the larger subculture.
I call it I call it the rebellious culture because it's the stuff that we're not supposed to talk about on the air or.
Well, okay, this
it's not
one latest video
politically
is like these three friends go out to a buffet and they're showing off like the food that they have on their plate, right? So the guy has he has bread and he's a white guy. And by the way, this all is natural. They didn't do it for the joke, but the video was recorded because they realized it. One guy has bread on his plate. He's the white guy. The Asian guy has like a mixture of different foods, but a lot of them are Asian foods. And then they go to their friend who's a black guy, and guess what he has on his plate? There you go. I'm not even gonna say it, but my point is that, and so stuff like that. These, everyone's just kind of like they're saying the quiet
Filet
part
mignon.
out loud. You know what I'm saying? yeah. Filet mignon, like surf and turf. Classy shit like fucking clams. Buttered lobster.
Caviar and sushi.
Really miss my nigga. This a breakdown. Really miss my nigga. White people, I really miss my wigger. This song is about equality.
That's the part that got me. That's the part that gets me. This song's about equality.
You got something, Doyle?
Oh Lord, this racism is killing me inside.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Oh man, I'm almost teary out of that shit. No, yeah, but so my algorithm, because of him and Jerry, my algorithm is just a bunch of racist jokes.
Just inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh Lord, but I love it. Like I'm always like, okay, let's see what we got here.
No, what's
Mentally, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm getting officially old.
Oh yeah, I was gonna play that one
Damn,
next.
she got that Terminator grip. Like, come on, give it to me. Come on.
Yeah, that was another one he sent me. I was like, wow,
it's like some girl with a prosthetic arm and
like a cybernetic prosthetic arm.
and this guy's like
The future is here.
she's got that Terminator grip. Hey, George, you got your good Arnold Schwarzenegger impression? No.
Tell him to go to the
Get in the
Ouchcast.
chopper.
Tell him go to the Ouchcast. Go.
Quick, get in the chopper. Go to the Ouchcast. Do it. Do it now.
Say do it for glory, but in that voice.
Oh, damn.
Do it
for glory.
Do it now. Do it for glory.
Do it now for glory.
I want to have a conversation with Bill Cosby and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just having a conversation.
All right, Doyle.
Doyle, come on.
I refuse.
Oh, come on. And action. Action, I said.
I said I refuse.
We tried to have a debate, but
So
he was arrested.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a bomb on the middle of the table, and I want to see what you guys gonna do with it. Okay, so I was talking to my friend Lewis a few weeks ago, and he said keeping
you
up with the
name dropping?
nerds. Hey, shut up.
Oh.
Keeping up with the nerds do it better than we do. Discuss
Do it better than we do what?
this bullshit that we're doing.
Well, they have different aspects. They
Yeah,
have
it's
the freaking. They have
Shout out to keeping
I
up with
love
the
my-
nerds.
Boring.
They have the skits and everything.
I
like-
love my boys, man. They have got some good stuff. It's not what I would do.
They
but
talk shit about you on air when we came on. They were like saying they were like making fun of you for all the sound effects you do.
well,
Are they wrong?
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
that's what they get. But I still love them to death. I don't give a
Oh
shit.
yeah, I watch the show all the time. I
Yeah,
dig them.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times where I kind of like zone out because it's like it gets.
But you gotta have professional rivals, though. How they do it in anime? Why do you think fucking
you want professional rivals?
Hunter, Dragon Ball, every one of these characters
You want
has a
professional
professional rival, and they get better because of it.
No, you want professional rivals? We got ripped off.
That's not professional rivals. Those are assholes.
Queef excrement.
Those are assholes.
Queef excrement, or QE. Let's just call them.
Yeah, but those guys
queef
are
excrement.
assholes.
They basically some ex-friends or so-called friends
X-Men 97
who were
friends.
here on the crappy episode pilots. They're kind of like, I brought them in. They took the idea. Now they're corporate fucking bullshit, and they're trying to spin it, and they're doing their own thing. Of course, with corporate money, which we don't have. And on top of that, he's checked out over there on his phone. And on top of that, they're even ripping off the hot ones. So they had the owner of the company show up and like with the whole, they made a set and everything, dude. And they're there doing the hot ones, with these rusty fucking salsa sauces that they had in their fridge. And he's like, "Oh, this is fucking hot." You know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck all the queef excrement motherfuckers.
If I could have the mic for a second, I just want to say,
hold on. Shh. I'm muting everybody. Doyle, go ahead.
I just want to send a message to all you queefers out there. You're the problem. It's you and your non-original ideas, you pieces of crap. First of all, you were on this show, and then you thought you could just leave us and do better. You can't do better. You can never do better.
Wait,
all right?
Wait. They didn't leave us. We kicked them out.
Like I said, we kicked you out. And now, you think you can go and rip off other people? No, you can only rip off the best. We're the best. I'm telling you, we don't get paid for this yet, but we're still the best.
Whatever, motherfucker!
Yeah. You and your stupid show, I hope you fail. I hope you all get asbestos in your anus and your butt cracks. And then I hope never mind.
You are a rude, terrible person.
You have no idea. I'm just getting started, and I'm still trying to keep my composure here because I really want to say some stuff, but I don't want to say names because they don't deserve.
No, look, dude. Let's be honest. They imitation is a best compliment. Basically,
No, it's
they
not.
have no original thoughts. So what they do is just rip off everything around them, dude. That's all they do. So fuck them. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, what he said.
So in what way have they ripped?
They started a podcast.
It's not. See, you're simplifying it because you did not.
Come at me, bitch.
You didn't have.
You weren't there from the
experience. You weren't there from
inception.
yeah, you weren't there from like the. Well, he was there from the inception.
I fell asleep
What the
during
fuck
that
you
movie,
talking
bro.
about?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about when we were in the office and we were coming up with the idea for.
We were throwing
doing-
it around
Yeah.
in the presence of the person. So him and me were like talking about the whole thing.
Oh,
and then,
wow. I don't know if I could do something like that. I wonder. No, you'd be great. You should come on the show. Oh, really? It would be great to be on your show. Let me try it out and see how it is. And then when we started up again and we considered like having them back on the show, and then they just ghosted us and didn't want to talk to us, and then now they're starting a podcast. It's like, you pieces of mierda.
But
Yes.
I mean, that's given. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's the
I mean,
the queef excrement.
Yeah, the nature
mentality.
the nature of the individuals.
Yeah.
It speaks to their character.
Yeah,
But-
that's issue.
That's the bigger issue of why we're actually.
I'm not saying we invented podcasts because we're like fucking a million. There's like millions and millions of different podcasts. And what I'm saying is, it's the source of where it came from. Like they basically took what we were doing and implemented their own bullshit on top of it. That's the fucking issue.
How much Sour Punch candies have you had, guys? Because, man, you guys are fucking salty. Salty sour.
As you can see, the bag is more than 3/4 full, so not very much.
Speaking of which, hand that over here.
of sugar.
The salt comes from the behavior in which we have been disrespected.
I gotta say, Enrique, I'm impressed that you haven't had any because of your diabetes, but you're having a big can of Monster.
There you go. Didn't you see the cookie I had when I walked in?
Oh, yeah.
Big ass fucking chocolate chip cookie. Mm-hmm. I'm good. I'm sugared up.
Well, I'm chewing, so discuss.
You're chewy? Well, I mean, you kind of look like him with that bald head, homie.
I thought you were
Tres
Angel.
puntos, güey. Tres puntos. All right, carnal. How you doing?
Give me some chon chon.
I'm keeping my choncho, man. You stay away from me. Cochino.
That's not what we said last night. Moving on. Discuss, dude. I mean,
Oh my!
I don't know what else. I mean, keeping up with the nerds, man. They're great. That's all. I was just saying.
It went from keeping up with the nerds to queefers.
no, I love how Enrique tries to egg us on with keeping up with the nerds, trying to like cause some friction there. Where I got nothing but love for them, but when we switch over to something else that he doesn't give a shit about.
Survivor Series.
That's
match.
it. We're scheduling a rumble. we're gonna have an old school West Side Story rumble. Angel, you're gonna get strapped up to
Like Anchorman.
Renee, and we're gonna make you guys wrap your wrists on tape, and we're gonna put a knife out there
West Side Story style?
And
to the death.
You're gonna have like that gay musical fight that you've been
Yeah.
dreaming about for years.
No, Jets versus Sharks. I'm gonna be doing periods. Oh, listen to the music. All right, fuck you.
I'm gonna call a copyright strike on you,
Copy this.
turning you on. I'm fucking turning
Turning you
in.
on? Turning you on? Jeez, Enrique.
I said turning you in, you piece of
You know what?
you filthy
Hold on.
mongrel.
Here, hold on. This is where I rewind.
Let's go to the playback.
He said turning you on.
Whatever.
It sounds like he conceded.
Yeah, he did. So we talked about the Deadpool briefly earlier. Going back to that talk, since we talked about queef excrement already. How do you feel about that trailer, the latest one?
It looks like it's being forced. First of all, there's too many F-bombs. I don't know why. It would have been fine, I guess, for one, but like they're trying to make Wolverine vulgar in a way that like it just feels unauthentic. It doesn't feel like Wolverine. It feels like Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be the same Wolverine though, from what I've heard. It's supposed to be from another dimension, not the Fox dimension. That's what I heard.
He is the Fox dimension, but it's just a different variation. Basically, the rumor is that he's going to be the Wolverine. Remember that decision in X-Men 3 when he can kill Jean Grey or let her live, and he kills her, right? Because she's killing everybody. She's like bad. Well, this Wolverine, the rumor is that he's going to be the Wolverine that doesn't kill her, and because of that, brings on an apocalypse, fails everybody.
I heard that it was just from a different completely.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's a multiversal. He's a variant.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's the reason why they're doing the whole. Yeah, I mean, that's why the TVA, the characters from Loki are there, because it's all about variants, and so he is like technically the Fox X-Men, but a variant that had that point instead of killing Jean Grey in X-Men 3 Last Stand, he lets her live, and in doing so fails everybody because everybody dies.
Okay.
And so he's living with that guilt.
So that's why he cusses off.
I mean, that's the rumor. I could be completely wrong, but nevertheless, though, he is he is the Wolverine of the Fox universe, but just one that made a different decision down the line.
He's the Wolverine from the Capcom universe, the X-Men versus Street Fighter universe. That's what it is.
That Wolverine was cool.
Wait, Berserker Barrage!
Berserker Barrage. That's right.
Bone Claw or
Tornado Claw.
Tornado Claw. God damn, that game was awesome.
Bone Claw or Metal Claw?
Was the guy who did the voice for the game?
I think so.
He was the same guy from the cartoons, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because it sounded like him, right?
Yeah. I
love that, dude.
You look it up, Mr. Researcher, because I think you're right. But I love that game. And then Children of Atom, you guys remember that one?
Yes.
That
Of course, man.
beating Magneto in that game was bullcrap. I just want to go on record and say that.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the right level of last boss.
Yep.
Because if you beat Magneto, you earn that crap. Like he was so full of crap. You could hit like an infinite combo and somehow he'd break out.
Yeah.
That's how full of crap he was.
Combo breaker.
Yes. So Cathal J. Dodd, same guy who did the voice for the cartoons currently, is the guy who did the voice for the Capcom games.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's awesome.
Berserker Barrage. I love that fucking.
I played X-Men vs. Street Fighter 1 and 2. I did not play the third one.
The third one was.
It sounds like a band.
Was it good?
Berserker
Yeah, that was
Barrage.
the one that was. More
I saw them open up at the Rock
3D animation.
last year.
Hold on, everyone's talking.
The models were more 3D.
Oh, really? That came out for the PS3, right? And
3 and 4.
Xbox 360.
It's 3 and 4.
Okay, I gotta get those. I love those games, man. But it's no fun playing without your friends.
Yeah, that was definitely a competition game. We would all be there and freaking passing the remote back and forth.
Yeah.
Who could circle the room?
For Christmas, I bought the kids Mortal Kombat 1. I think we played it one day and that's it. We have not touched that game, dude, at all.
My team's changed too from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to 3.
Oh.
In Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I had Guile, Venom, and Charlie.
Chun-Li?
Charlie.
Charlie. Oh, that's right, Charlie. That was Guile's ex-buddy, no? The one that died?
And then when we switch over into 3, my team changed to Hulk, Magneto,
Go sideways.
and Dante's brother Virgil.
Oh, yeah.
This is so you guys know he still got the beat down.
Part 2 was freaking... It was upsetting because, like, obviously Magneto and Hulk are 2 of my favorite Marvel characters, but I just couldn't get their moveset down, you know?
Yeah.
So I went with freaking Guile, Charlie, and Venom.
Oh, wow. God, those games are good. I was showing Enrique that there's an what do you call it? Was it emulator?
Yeah.
On the iPhone now finally because they got sued out of wazoo. And I got a bunch of NES games, SNES games, Nintendo 64, one Game Boy Color, and then a bunch of Game Boy Advance games. Oh, and a DS game on here. So it's fucking awesome because I have all the games on here.
So you can take a PlayStation controller and Bluetooth it to your
or
your
an
phone.
Xbox controller.
Yeah, and then that's the best way to play an emulator, and then broadcast it to your TV.
That's a lot of work.
What do you mean?
Or I can just get the SNES you got me with the emulator already on it.
Hey.
That was cool. Anyways, good times.
Dun, 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 dun.
And Enrique checked out.
Doom. When we talk about like X-Men, was there a villain that stood out to you more than any other villain?
From what media?
Any. Just X-Men villainry.
Okay, I thought Onslaught, the idea of Onslaught was amazing.
Okay.
But I think the reveal really nerfed him for me. Like I thought, it's Magneto's and Charles Xavier's conscience together. I was like, that kind of was a downfall for me. But everything else about Onslaught was fucking amazing. That's off the top of my head. That's my choice.
Okay.
George.
Well, I mean, Magneto falls under anti-hero now, really.
Yeah.
He's in the middle. But
I've never considered him a true villain.
Yeah.
He's always been like, because from his point of view, he's
So
a
if
good
I
guy.
had to take...
he's pretty villainy in there, you know. Okay, yes, in later days they wanted to make him more sympathetic, but let's not forget the original inception of Magneto was kill all humans so that my kind can live. That sounds pretty villainous.
Not if you're a mutant.
Not if you're a mutant.
It's all the point of view.
Yeah, because at some point they basically wanted to make Magneto have some sort of redemptive quality. But if he got away with his first plan, every human would have died.
So you're basically saying Magneto is a humanized Israel. Go on.
I'm saying Magneto is Hitler.
Oh,
Well, he's the
Magneto
anti-Hitler.
is not Hitler.
Well, he is.
He's a Jewish Hitler.
No, he is. I mean, the thing is that he's a response to Hitler.
He's Netanyahu.
Hitler was like, kill all the Jews, like, prop up the perfect race, right? The master race. And now you have mutant kind who are the evolution of humanity. And he's saying, no, we're
My fuel says we're the master race. We help right in the feudal's face. Sorry.
You're good. So yes, he is the anti-Hitler.
Yeah, I
He's a
agree.
response to Hitler.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
And just because you're not Hitler doesn't mean you're not a villain. Just because you don't side with this side, if you're doing the same exact thing, he still wanted to commit genocide. That's a super villain.
What he was trying to do was say, get out the way. But if you don't, then
Hitler.
there you go. Whereas Hitler just said, hey, come over here.
Nine.
Wiener Schnitzel. Sorry. Doyle, what's yours?
Actually, in the later days, it used to be Apocalypse, but now it's for sure Sinister.
Sinister. Good choice.
Sinister because eugenics. When I started, okay, so going with the whole Nazi theme, you got Hitler, Magneto, and then you have Himmler, Sinister.
Hell, are you talking about Himmler?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
He was Himmler was he did all these weird and twisted experiments on the Jewish people to try to help figure out the master race, and so there were all these effed up experiments that were taking place. Well, Sinister is like the Heinrich Himmler of the X-Men like universe.
I thought you were trying to combine Hitler and Sinister. So I thought you called him Himmler.
Although copyright that. No, it Sinister. Obviously he started abducting X-Men and other mutants and doing experiments on them to try to enhance his own abilities.
Jawohl, mein Führer.
But to also like make the perfect mutant, and he wanted to obviously harness that power for himself, and so he started off like on one level, and then he gets to a certain point, which is, let me just say that when I was watching X-Men 97 and it like evolves and you see more of what Sinister like is up to, like it doesn't do it justice to think about what he's probably done to some horrible people, because of course at a point, like we've heard in the media, there's probably some SA going on, behind scenes, because when a person gets that powerful, they're going to use that power and exploit it. And so he's manipulating like 6 or 7 mutants to do his bidding. And then he brings in Jean Grey, and she's been gone for 6 months. You know what he did.
He wanted to see if she was really gray. Enrique?
She was
Villain?
Probably either it'd be Bastion or it would be the Shadow King. Those were my favorites.
Ooh, Shadow King. That's a great one. Now, Bastion, I vaguely remember Bastion, but I wasn't impressed with his X-Men 97 introduction.
They're like the little
But it's probably because I forgot
Maybe
more of what
Bastion's
Bastion
in X-Men
did.
97.
Yeah, and then
Fucking spoiler, bro. What?
you said
just
off
kidding.
the
I don't
air that
give
you
a
didn't
fuck.
give a shit. What?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't even know anymore. No, tell me though. Tell me more about Bastion, because I don't remember about him, you bastard.
Dude, just wait. You'll watch. You'll find out on your own.
I don't really give a shit. Tell me.
Okay, I just want to throw out there, what's the name of that human group? Friends of Humanity?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that they ain't Trump supporters.
They even have the hats and everything, but
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to do that. I want to go to a Trump rally with Friends of Humanity memorabilia all over myself, with having signs like "No good mutie." God, I really want to do that now.
You know what? I'm going to be honest.
That would be a funny.
If
fucking
in this
Comic-Con
world,
costume though.
if politically they started pushing like CRISPR-Cas9 and they started trying to get people to go down the whole designer baby road and stuff like that, I probably would end up in that group, because it at a point we're gonna just mutate ourselves out of being humans anymore. And at what point does it go too far?
welcome our new mutant overlords.
I do not. I do not want to find that mutant who's like my mutant power is like I have 112 penises that grow out of this one.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, see, all of a sudden it's not so cool, is it?
I retract my statement, Doyle. Where do I sign up to Friends of Humanity?
First, okay, the reason my mind went there is because if somebody's mind went to where it went in The Boys season 2 episode 1,
What? Oh,
think about it.
yeah.
The snake thing, yeah. Somebody's gonna manipulate that CRISPR to do something disgusting like that, and I'm against that already.
That is
There's
disgusting.
children on the street, you
That
perv.
is- that is disgusting. Where did I
Got
sign
a
up?
wrap around you, tie you, and then freaking bend you over, and then still.
Human centipede.
Human hentai.
Human centipede. One after the other.
I'm not down.
Yeah. So basically, Bastion's just a guy who rises in the government, anti-mutant. He was head of the OCT, the Operation Zero Tolerance. Yeah, and so I mean that's the thing. X-Men was always cool because X-Men you grew up in the 80s watching, reading the comics, and I mean that's like a dissertation on bigotry, because you're forced to take the perspective of the X-Men. You feel sorry for them, and they make the case in every issue about being anti-bigot and all of the pitfalls of it, and then they create these great characters that sort of are amalgamations of real life characters. Like Bastion is real life character. I forget which 80s and 90s politician, but like all those
Jesse Jackson,
like all of the guys who are against
David Duke, I think it's David Duke.
Probably.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
That makes some sense. And in Shadow King, the reason I like Shadow King is because all that
fucking badass, man.
Yeah, and all that he's like basically leeching off Professor X and all the bad shit that he does to him. I mean, everything that happened to him in the 80s and 90s can all be tied back to Shadow King, which is great. I mean, I like that. It's a long payoff.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm surprised none of us said Mojo.
Because Mojo's fucking great, but he's like silly, dude. I mean,
he's very silly.
Living in his own pocket universe, he just wants to make television. Remember X-Men Babies?
Yeah.
Fucking genius.
Yeah. Or what about what was the other one? Arcade?
Yeah.
Remember that there was a Genesis game about arcade? Yeah, there was a Genesis game. As a matter of fact, there's a little Easter egg in the but the Genesis one was different. There's a little Easter egg when Mojo comes out in the new X-Men 97, and there's the console that Jubilee and Sunspot get. Yeah, Montendo. Yeah, if you look at it, first of all, it looks like a Genesis. And then the cartridge that's inside is the cartridge cover of the X-Men Arcade's Revenge game from Sega Genesis. I thought that was fucking cool.
Mojo seems like he's walking the line of a freaking perverted producer.
I think he's supposed to be like a Harvey Weinstein kind of character.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's why they made him look like that. Look at his face; it's Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, good thing he's like non-existent from the waist down.
As far as we know. We don't know what's underneath that fucking carriage, that walking carriage. It's like a micro dick, but well, Enrique knows all about that. Enrique, what do you think? Micro penis or no?
You want me to whip it out?
No, I'm talking about Mojo, dude, not you.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, man. You know what? I gotta say, I got a pretty good average size.
Jesus Christ!
Like at full. Full staff,
back on your phone.
About 6 inches.
He's a grower, not a shower.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm girthy. I'm girthy, and like
that's why they call him Pepsi can.
No,
I wouldn't say Coke can.
Okay, dude. Anybody who calls himself girthy and has a fucking soda can dick, we need to.
Well, you're the one who said girthy.
We need to take him back to school and teach him geometry about different. There's like different types of shapes. I don't really.
One of these things is not like the other.
But on good days it fits right in the hand and feels very comfortable. Are we not talking about my penis anymore?
No, we're not talking about.
Oh, okay. Dude, don't open that fucking can of worms and you ain't ready to have the discussion.
Can. See, he said can again.
I'm just saying,
and it's a worm. Dang, dude.
Yeah. When
the views of Enrique are disgusting.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, when I shave, though, it's pretty impressive. It's like the forest and the trees kind of thing.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Lewis. Doyle. Sorry, I had to burn Lewis at least once in a while.
You know what? Because he says keeping up with the nerds is better.
I'm glad he enjoys that show. He's never going to be on this one again. Yes, no, 3-4 cars.
Invite him.
Good idea. Lewis, come back. Join us.
So the nerds is better?
But I got weird balls.
The fuck?
Wait, we're not on that still?
I'm gonna say something that you've probably heard tons of times before, but let's get off your dick.
I can't because it's usually like
let's get off your dick. Moving on. Did you guys see that there's a comic book convention in Santa Fe Springs coming up? A free one?
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Comic book
convention in Santa Fe Springs.
It's very generic, but I guess they're trying to push like in Whittier and in Santa Fe Springs, they're trying to do like these comic book conventions.
That's
now.
great.
Try to get the things going.
Yeah.
The nerds have been posting about it. So go over to Keeping Up with the Nerds.
Yeah,
and
I saw
stuff.
that. Yeah.
They're going to be doing interviews and all that. Sounds like something that we pitched, but remember that you
Are you
fucking
going to blame them for stealing an idea that like has been around for like 20 years?
No, not at all. No, all more power to them.
I
I'm
just
saying
love giving you shit.
It's
bro.
something that we wanted to do, but because we were taking initiative, unlike you on your phone over there, but we try to like push the Ouchcast
I'm like
forward.
literally have my hands empty. My phone's charging over there next to.
Just because you started talking about your dick, that's why you put your phone over there.
Well, because I needed my hands. I mean,
Stupid. Anyway, moving on. So, any other X-Men stuff you guys are excited about coming out?
no.
Or any Marvel stuff coming out?
The movies.
I'm gonna be honest. As hype about X-Men as you can be, I think X-Force and X-Factor would also be good movies.
With the X-Force already came out in Deadpool. That's it. Done.
Yeah, that was
no
it.
more.
There's no more. They already had him right there.
Fucking
I
Strike, remember Strike, and he gets killed off like right in the.
That was fucking awesome.
I love when he jumps out of the plane and he strikes the pose, the famous pose from the comics, with his weird legs, and all of a sudden he dies. That's fucking genius.
He's in the new one. In the
Yeah,
Deadpool.
yeah. Somehow he survived. I have no idea. Oh no,
when he
that's
went
the whole
back
thing.
in
Yeah,
time.
he goes back in time and
Yeah.
fucks
But the
around.
use of the X-Force dying like that is the
Best.
equivalent of binge watching.
You know what?
Oh,
like-
that old chestnut.
We've gone
The Brad Pitt
full circle.
The Brad Pitt fucking cameo was fucking breathtaking on that one.
It's a circle.
Yeah, it is. So, okay, I'll do it.
All right,
It's
put
a
your pants
circle.
away, bro.
It's a sucker.
The things that are
Brad.
done on Ouchcast.
You get to die. You're like, all right.
Fine.
I mean, that's a great cameo. I only got to show up for 5 minutes. What are you going to pay my whole fee?
Yeah, do that stupid face like he's getting shot. And then Fantastic Four is coming out, which is going to be based in the 1960s, right?
Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. What do you think?
Better from the last one. That came out.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Initially, I'm not a fan, but Pedro Pascal he's a national treasure. So I'm gonna give it to him. He might wow me with his performance.
What about the other ones?
Well, okay, so the thing about Reed Richards is like, I mean,
He stretches.
he's but he's like he's a white guy, but not really. It doesn't. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yes,
Like,
I wanted him
why
to be
does it
Michael B.
matter?
Jordan.
Like, why does it matter?
He was.
it
Denzel
matters
Washington
because do you remember what happened when Michael B. Jordan was the Human Torch?
Oh, that was stupid.
Thank you.
That was stupid, but I don't think it's the same thing in this one. I think there's something that's more
is.
egregious. It's like you can cast like a darker skinned guy to play a Caucasian guy. That's okay. I mean, you'd have to be pretty like cynical not to be at least somewhat open minded. But if you put like an Asian guy to play a white guy, that's weird. If you put like a black guy to play a white guy and vice versa, that's weird. Just because that's a real stretch. Because then you're removing the whole culture aspect of the character. They have to talk a certain way. They have a certain dialect now based on accents or whatever. But it's weird.
Well, I'm against recasting for race purposes unless it's like a side character. And I think it's always better to just create a new character and give them a purpose.
I wholeheartedly agree. I on this podcast I talked about the whole replacement of the gingers with black people. Same thing.
If you want a black person in Fantastic Four and there's not representation, create a character that the Fantastic Four have to save.
That'd be Herbie.
So okay, here's the thing.
Give
Like,
him Eddie Murphy's voice.
yeah, you can't cast for representation on Fantastic Four, and I'm not saying that that's what they did. I don't think they cast Pascal for representation purpose. I think they cast him because he's really hot right now in terms of like his career.
You
People
find
are
him
really
hot?
excited. People are like really wanting to see him in more stuff. I mean, everyone think of like the characters that he's played so far, like the Mandalorian and Joel from Last of Us. Each of those have a paternal
Game of Thrones.
instinct. Well, yeah, I mean, he was great in that, but for my purposes, for my point is that these characters that everyone's kind of like latched on, the fandom has, the character has a paternal instinct, right? I mean, on one, he's like trying to save Grogu. On the other one, he's, saving Ellie, right? And each one of those are about him being paternal. Now, what is, America's first family, as they call them, right? Or Marvel's first family is like they cast a paternal guy to play Reed Richards. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me. I think that makes some sense.
Right in
If you got
Multiverse of Madness.
if you go that
Agreed.
He was cool, but he was cool, but he's like way too. He's become too much of a movie star now to play that. It was fun to watch that fam casting coming out, but I just couldn't imagine seeing that long term. I think I'd get bored of that.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited about Pascal.
Enrique's 100% on point. He really is. Except you also left out Maxwell Lord. Who's Maxwell Lord?
Who's Maxwell Lord?
Max Lord in
Exactly.
Wonder Woman 2. He was 1918.
I've edited that shit out, dude. That movie was
terrible.
Fucking trash.
Yeah, it was. It really
that was just trash because it was bad. I mean, it was just bad.
It was really bad. The first one
was it because there was a
enjoyable, but the
message
second
in
one was
it?
really-
I mean, I don't
Was there a
understand.
message?
I don't know. Like, I don't understand what went wrong with that movie. I mean,
Everything.
like the director was really good in the first one. The writers were. What went wrong with that movie? Like, it was such a bad.
It's
bad
Ghostbusters
movie.
2. It's Ghostbusters 2. Well, no, it's worse than Ghostbusters 2
Yeah.
because Ghostbusters 2 now you can look back and be like, oh, it's enjoyable now, and
That
it's
movie
campy
was
kind of way.
great.
Now, when you first go out and see it, I saw it in the movie theaters when it first came out.
Can
and I was
any of
a
you guys
huge Ghostbusters fan.
intelligently tell me like one or two things of why that movie was so bad? I mean, it is bad, but I don't understand why. Like, how did that happen?
What, Wonder Woman?
Some choices. Some
The 84.
choices that they
Wonder
made.
Woman 84.
Was it 84 or 85?
The movie's called Wonder Woman 84.
I have it in 3D and I don't even know.
The underlining reasons for why we love the first movie are removed. They take away her powers. She's not confident. She's not strong. There are these underlining
She's
tones.
pining over Steve.
Yeah, there's these underlining tones of like her. Basically, the themes of the movie, like what she represents and what Pedro Pascal represents, those things aren't clearly defined to where you can figure them out simply. The villain is not something she can punch. This is the problem with a lot of the DC movies in the 90s, in the early 2000s. The heroes didn't have things to punch. That's stupid. Why do I want to watch a superhero who's a superhero who has nothing to punch? Superman without a villain to punch is lame. So, in the same sense, Wonder Woman without a hero or a villain to punch is lame. Yes, they gave us Cheetah, but Cheetah wasn't the main villain. They turned it into some basic human who had wish powers. Really? You gave me the the wish version of
Make-A-Wish?
Yeah.
Well, at the end, it's like, because she was a subjugated woman, and now she gets to live out her power fantasy as Cheetah, and it's like, what the fuck?
Not to mention, she essayed that guy because when she's pining over Steve, and Steve demonically possesses this poor man's body, and he doesn't know what's going on in his life. He's banging Wonder Woman. What kind of
He
crap
got
is
ripped.
that? Then when Steve leaves, he's just like, hey, what's going on with my life? How did I get here? Like,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
He can't even remember Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So that's the
He's
worst
all,
part.
oh my god, why do I feel like I had like really awesome like dark sex?
I had like a lot of snoo.
Why does it burn so good?
Wow.
I feel like violated in the best of ways. What? I'm so conflicted.
So conflicted.
I need a shower and the smoke.
That's usually what all our listeners say after listening to this podcast. I need a shower now.
If you guys do that, please,
You
I don't
said
wanna
listeners. They have to listen first.
Oh, yeah.
That's why everyone's filthy. Because they don't listen to this show. So we know you don't shower. Sickos.
Squid Squad.
If you could be any X-Men, which X-Men would you be?
know. Wolverine.
Lame.
Yeah. Come back to me.
Dude, you could you live for who knows how long, have freaking healing powers. Cut my head off. It's cool. Cut it. I'll come right back.
That's why it's lame. You live forever. And even Wolverine tells you it sucks.
And that's because he's doing it wrong.
He wants
Yeah.
to die. He wants to die already, and he can't. Everything he tried, he can't.
Because he's miserable. Like he's not miserable because he lives forever. He was miserable from day one. Like if you look at his origins in the comics, he's always portrayed as this miserable guy from day one. He's not miserable because he's Methuselah living like out his life forever. Like, oh, kill me now, I've been living too long. Like, no, I mean, dude, he lived through World War 2, fought with Captain America on his side. Dude fought for principle, and he was still fucking miserable.
Yeah,
Like,
you know why? Because everybody around him dies.
But he was miserable before that.
Because everyone around him died. It was like drawn to him. Like, yes, he had these amazing healing Okay, here's a weird breakdown of Wolverine's powers. Yes, he can heal from everything, but people around him can't. So he just sees people around him like not being able to recover, because when he was around, what was it, in the 1900s, the early 1900s, he was like, you know, he would heal, and then this person gets the plague. Oh, that was my friend. Oh, my favorite friend. And then his mom, you know, gets a mortal wound, and he's like, holy crap, she's gonna die. Oh, guess what? I can heal from the same wound, you know? And so he just watches everyone die. So of course he's miserable.
He's miserable because he was miserable.
All his girlfriends die.
I'm just saying, he's fucking snowflake.
New ass every couple of years. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a snowflake, dude.
Till you get tired of it. Think about it. You're 40.
no.
Could you imagine trying to be with a 20-year-old now?
Nah.
No,
Pass.
not a chance.
Pass.
Yes. So
Hard
imagine.
pass.
So imagine how Wolverine feels.
Well, dude, it's like fucking, what's his name from, you know, the vampire movies. Fucking Robert Pattinson. I mean, he's fucking 130 years old dating a teenager.
Stuck
Yeah.
in high school.
That's disgusting. It's just weird to think about it. If I'm old and I'm already irritated, and old people are like, the next generation sucks. Imagine being like 30 generations old.
But he sparkles. That's
I was talking about Wolverine.
Glitter man.
Robert Pattinson probably would fit in.
I was talking about Wolverine too. He sparkles.
The adamantium, shiny.
Nice and shiny.
George, what do you got? What's your X-Men? Quick, we're down to less than a minute.
All right, I'm gonna say Magneto's out because he was mostly a villain. So if I had to pick, I would say probably Jean Grey's power, because she has both telepathy and telekinesis.
And then you get to sleep
Nice.
with Scott Summers and
So,
Wolverine.
so that's perfect
Nice
for you.
choice.
Doyle,
I'm gonna go with Cable.
Cable.
I still have no idea what his powers are, but he's cute.
I thought you were gonna say. I don't know.
His
I thought
power
you, I
is to
thought
have
you
a
would say
lot of
Bishop,
pockets.
but whatever. I know.
A lot of pockets
Hit
and a
the
big ass
button,
gun.
you racist.
No, okay. Cable has a lot of pockets and that cool looking eye.
He's telekinetic, though. I
Yeah.
know he has some sort of
Yeah, he does.
telekinetic
He has
power
it.
and
He
something
has
else.
it.
And
Yeah.
he also shines.
He actually has
His
more
shining arm.
telekinesis-wise. He has more power than his mom.
Yeah, but it's nerfed. You
Your
should have gone
mom.
with Nate, X-Man. Nate, the younger version of
Nate
Cable.
Man.
Remember Nate? Nate Gray?
Nathan.
The guy with the long hair without... Never mind. Okay, never mind.
What about you?
I'm going to have to say...
The Blob.
Beast.
with the pressure that's on right now, I was going to say the Frog, but yeah. I'll say Multiple Man.
Nice.
I would just say Multiple Man because...
I thought
Because you'll never
the
be alone and
villain-
you guys can like get into a circle jerk.
I thought we were confined to
It's like a
X-Men.
circle. It's like, all right, fellas, it's Friday night. Let's do
It's a
this.
circle.
Poof, 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 poof.
Human
All
centipedes
right, you
with
go left, I go right. Let's go.
human centipedes with fucking human penises and fucking just locked in every single
Dude,
one.
that would make for some weird
That would be for me to
OnlyFans
say,
content.
Go fuck myself.
Go
Literally.
to www.ouchcast and join Friends for Humanity. We're putting a stop to this right now.
And remember, never make eye contact while eating a banana. Good night, everybody. Good night.